What's up, boys? Taking a look at some more MLB player props in today's video. Yesterday on Twitter was pretty good. It was 2-1. Yesterday on the Patreon was great as well, 6-2. So very, very good day for some MLB today. We're gonna go ahead and bounce back today. I did not post a video yesterday, but I did post it on my Twitter. If you guys are not already following, look up DOMG props, no space in between, and go ahead and follow me over there. And turn post notifications on if you guys wish, so you guys can go ahead and see some of the plays over there. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop straight in though and talk about these player props, man. So if anyone is not on PrizePicks, highly recommend joining. Use code DOMG to match your first deposit 100% up to $100. It's available in most states. You guys can go ahead and win up to 10 times your money using PrizePicks. There's also flex plays on it, so you don't have to hit like 4 out of 4 or 3 out of 3. You can hit 2 out of 3 and still make money over on PrizePicks. So huge, awesome deal on PrizePicks. Highly recommend joining. I honestly love it. So I'm going to go ahead, though, and talk about these player props, but a bunch of guys have used my code. I seriously do appreciate it, and I recommend using it as well. But, so yeah, I got my start player of the day for you guys. I have a strikeout prop and then 2 pitching out props for you guys here. So I'm going to go and talk about these here in today's video. But also, yeah, Patreon link is in the description, but I don't recommend joining that yet if you guys are interested in joining. I recommend joining that May 1st because otherwise you're going to be paying now through the rest of April and then have to pay again on May. So if you guys are interested in joining, don't join now. I would not recommend that because you're going to pay like the $10 or whatever it is for like 4 days. So, but let's go ahead and move on though. But free Discord link is in the description. Twitter, I need to put my Twitter link in the description if it's not already. I will have that. Patreon link, PrizePicks link all in the description. But let's go ahead and talk about these here in today's video. So we're starting off with my favorite play of the day here. It's going to go ahead and be a pitching out prop here in Drew Rasmussen. Under 15 pitching outs. He has not gone over this in his last 31 games. Not one. I think it might be his career games, too. I don't think he's ever gone over this. He has pushed 6 times in those 31 games, though. So, yeah, his last 31 games, he has not gone over this. So, yeah, and he's going to have a tough matchup as well against Seattle here. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a look into this one here. So, all right, so where is this here? Seattle, here it is. Drew Rasmussen here going against the Seattle Mariners. 7.5 run total, which is, average and all that. But I don't know if we have to do too much digging into this. I'd be very, very surprised if this was his very first game where he goes over 15 pitching outs. That'd be insane. But, yeah, if you just take a look at his game log here, you can see his innings pitched here. Innings pitched, if you guys don't know, pretty much 15 pitching outs is 5 innings pitched. There's 3 outs in an inning. So if he plays 3 innings, 3 outs each, that's 9 outs. So that kind of makes sense. So just look at his game log here. He has not gone over this here. If you just take a look at this, 5, 5, 5, 5. Those were all a lot of pushes, obviously. 4, 3. I mean, there's just a lot of upside with this one. There's a pretty good push chance, I will say. But he's also 2 for 2 or 0 for 2 this season with a push. So in 3 games. So yeah, that's what I'm liking right there for the star player of the day. I mean, he just has not gone over this. I think it's a pretty, it should be safe, but nothing's really safe. Nothing's a lock, so I will say that. But always take everything at your own risk. Always play everything at your own risk. All that different stuff, man. I'm just showing you guys what I like. I'm not telling you guys to play anything, so be responsible. But let's go ahead, though, and move on to our next prop here. I'm going to give you guys a strikeout prop here. It's actually the only strikeout prop of the day that I actually like. Everything else is pretty much pitcher props, so like the pitching outs. But I like Eric Fedde. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. I think it's Italian. I'm horrible with names. But Eric Fedde here. We'll call him Fedde. Hopefully that's right. Over 4.5 strikeouts here against Miami. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one here. So the Miami Marlins game here. Where is this game here? Miami here. Eric Fedde at home going against the Miami Marlins. So we love that he's at home. It's a 7-run over-under, which is, it's a little bit less than average, which is pretty good. And Miami is favored. So we actually do not like that because he's not on Miami, but we're going to take a look at this one here. So this game right here, Eric Fedde, this is what he's done recently here. So in 3 games this season, he's gone over twice. He did miss against Arizona. He just was not good against Arizona. I don't know what that was about. Arizona is not good. I think he just had an off day, man. 3.1 innings pitched with 3 strikeouts against the Diamondbacks. Although he did go over against the Mets and the Pirates. So, Mets are usually a tougher matchup. So and he was able to go ahead and go over against them. So yeah, I like the spot here for him. Also, ignore these 2 games because he did not start in these. At least I would. But anyways, so yeah, you could take a look at past games as well too if you really want. But that's kind of how he's been this season. He is favored to go ahead and go over this, by the way. I think he's like a -152. He's hitting 44% of games between this season and last season. 2 out of 3 in his it was 2 for 3 this season, and it was 3 for 4 last season versus Miami. So he's going against Miami, like we said here. But this is the starting pitcher game log here versus Miami. So right here, Josiah Gray for the Nationals just pitched against Miami, and he had 10 strikeouts versus them. He just needs 5. Freddie needs 5 here. Josiah Gray had 10 last time around here. So Bryce Elder and Ian Anderson had 4, so that was kind of went under. Kyle Wright had 11, so it seems like it's almost kind of like boom or bust in a way. Not that 4 is a bust, but yeah, Mike Mikolas here. Michael, I hate the names. MLB and NHL have like the worst names to try to pronounce. But Adam Wainwright here, 6 strikeouts right there. But that's kind of like in that prop there. Washington pitcher already went over against him this season. He's hitting 2 out of 3 of his games. He should be in a pretty good spot. The odds are favoring him. That's kind of why I'm liking that prop right there. Moving on, let's go ahead and take a look at a pretty popular name if you guys pay attention to any baseball. But it's going to go ahead and be, you guys should definitely know who this guy is. Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani, man, I'm loving some Shohei Ohtani here. Over 17.5 pitching outs here. He is favored to go out and go over this here. 7.5 run over-under. The Angels are a 210 favorite here. So they're not expecting too many runs to be scored for Cleveland, I do not believe. But, yeah, so he is hitting 58% of his games between this season and last season. And he had 14 versus Cleveland last season, though. So do keep that in mind when playing this, that he only had 14 last time against Cleveland. But let's take a look at his pitching outs here. So we need to have 6 innings pitched at least here. So take a look at what his game log looks like here. So he's 1 for 3 this season. I will say that. He did hit against last matchup, though, against Houston here. He was lights out against Houston. No runs against. 12 strikeouts. Only 1 hit. He was killing it, man. But this is also the starting pitcher's game log versus Cleveland. You can see that the Angels are actually allowing their pitchers to go pretty far into games here. Both Michael Lorenzen and Patrick Sandoval went over the 17.5 pitching outs mark. So they did also, pitch lights out with 0 earned runs against. And I'm expecting Ohtani to hopefully be able to do that as well. And you can take a look here, even like the last 4 games here. Garrett Cole went over, and Nestor Cortez also went over their pitching outs mark. So the Guardians have been allowing, starting pitchers as of late, the last 4 games, to go ahead and go over this 17.5 pitching out mark pretty recently. So that's kind of like why I'm liking this prop. Again, odds favored. Went over last game. He pitched really, really good then. Just take a look at the last 4 games, what Cleveland's been allowing, and what the Angels are allowing their pitchers to go ahead and do against Cleveland. So that's why I'm kind of liking that prop right there. But again, always take everything at your own risk. Always play everything at your own risk. But PrizePicks, you guys can win up to 5 times your money if you were to play these 3. You can also flex play, which is what I personally like for 3 picks. I like the flex play. I honestly prefer the 2 picks though. You can win. It's a times 3 right here for getting just 2 right. So I personally really, really like that. But you can do more than that for sure. You can do up to 5, and even if you go 4 for 5 or 3 for 5, you can get some money back. So pretty sweet deal. But who was the last one here? Where is he at? Where are you? Rasmussen. There he is. Under 15. So yeah, you can go up to 5 times, or you can flex play it here. You just need 2 out of 3, and you guys can go ahead and win money right there. So yeah, pretty sweet deal over on PrizePicks. I personally love it. If you guys aren't already joined, again, go ahead and use code DOMG, and it'll match your first deposit up to $100. But that's gonna do it, man. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.